The internet is a really busy place, and if you have DSL, your connection can get bogged down. That's why you need high-speed internet from Xfinity. It gives you more bandwidth, freeing you to enjoy movies, music, and social networking sites the way they were meant to be. Xfinity.
Robert Powers from Pittston, Assistant District Attorney Michael Vogue, and Assistant District Attorney Frank McKay. Are we ready? We're here to announce that a warrant for the arrest of Arthur Stoss, 47 years old of Pittston Township, was just issued by Judge Fred Parentoni. The arraignment will take place probably within the hour in Pittston, so you will have enough time to get there. As you know, a call came in to investigators on Saturday, March 12th at about 9 a.m. for a report of a large amount of blood near the Riverfront Park along the Susquehanna River in Pittston. There was evidence that there was a victim of an assault who was then dragged into the river. A purse was recovered with the victim's name, Lillian Calabro, and her access card. An investigation then ensued and has taken place up until this time. It was discovered that the defendant, Arthur Stoss, spoke with his daughter, Jennifer Malazzo, after midnight on March 12th and told her that he had murdered someone. 30 minutes later, he showed up at her home and his clothing was wet from the waist down. His niece, Amanda Smith, was also there, and he stated in front of her as well that he might have killed someone. She noticed that the clothing was wet as well, and he had cuts on his hands and his arm. She asked what had happened, and he indicated that he got into a fight with a black male over drugs, and the male ended up in the river. The defendant then asked for a ride to his home and stated that a perfect end to this night would be if it rains. He also said that he hit the guy in the head with a rock. He said he heard the skull pop and was pretty sure that the guy didn't make it and is still floating down the river. The defendant then spoke with the police, and he said he was with Lillian Calabro on Friday night, that she made a call to buy drugs, and that together they walked down Main Street to Quinn's Market. He said that a white male pulled up in a red vehicle and told the victim to go up near her home in Pittston. He said that they went there, and a red vehicle then pulled up. She got into the vehicle and she left, and he never saw her again. He then went to his daughter's house. This is the statement that he gave to the police. A video surveillance video was taken from a nearby business which does not support that statement. The search was continuing at this time, and the searchers were searching the river. They found a black coat which was consistent with the one that was worn by Lillian when she went missing. The investigators spoke with another witness who indicated that she had spoken with Arthur Stoss and that he was pacing back and forth, and he told her his daughter turned him in for the killing of Lillian Calabro. She also noticed scratches all over his arms, which were not there the day before, and he told her he was in a real bad fight. And as you know, yesterday at about 2:30, a man walking along the river discovered a body, and that body turned out to be Lillian Calabro. Today, an autopsy was performed by Dr. Gary Ross. He ruled the cause of death to be blunt force trauma to the head and a manner of death homicide. There was an extensive 9-day search, as you know, of the river, and unfortunately, it turned out this way, that a body was found, and it was Lillian. Everyone involved was hoping that Lillian would be found alive, but unfortunately that did not occur. I would like to thank the Pittston City Police Department, who worked nonstop, side by side, with the DA's detectives and the Pennsylvania State Police, the Pittston City Fire Department, the Germania Scuba Team, the Harvey's Lake Dive Team, the Hanover Township Fire Department and Dive Team, the Wyoming Fire Department, Northeast Search and Rescue, Jenkins Township Police Department, the Exeter Borough, Wilkes-Barre Police Department, and the Wilkes-Barre Fire Department. The cooperation and teamwork between all of these departments was truly commendable. These people put their heart and their souls into this search, and again, we're hoping against hope that Lillian would be found unharmed. I think It's truly a credit to our area that we have such individuals who work here and take their jobs so seriously. And if not for yesterday, when the body was found, these search teams were going back out into the river to continue the search. I'd like to thank them for their hard work. As I said, Arthur Stas will be arraigned sometime within the hour at Fred Parentone's office, Judge Parentone's office. You'll have enough time to get there.
Questions?
Yep.
The motive for the killing, I don't see the affidavit. What do you believe is the motive for the killing?
Well, I mean, obviously, we never know exactly what the motive can be in a case. It's very difficult to determine what someone's intentions are, but we do believe they knew each other, they were together earlier that night, and some sort of fight ensued. So as far as what the motive is at this point, we don't know exactly.
Do you know what object was used in the homicide to kill her? Was it?
That's still under investigation. But as I said, it was blunt force trauma to the head. So she was hit with some sort of object.
Jackie, there are reports that she may have also been cut open too. That she may have sliced her open after there.
I don't believe that that's what occurred at this point.
That is not accurate.
So the key part is his own daughter knew something was wrong that night and he came home and said they had killed somebody.
Absolutely. And she was talked to by the police, and she gave us that information. His niece gave us that information, and another witness as well gave us information which led us to the arrest.
We've seen homicides in this county sometimes where information's hard to come by. Did people step up to the plate, so to speak, in this one with information?
Absolutely, and sometimes it takes a very long time to solve a case. Other times, sometimes the crimes are not solved, but this one came together because people were willing to cooperate. And as I said, the searchers worked so hard in trying to find her. And I did note yesterday that we would have been able to go forward had we not found the body, but obviously it's always much better to know for sure what happened to someone prior to filing a homicide charge. So all the pieces of the puzzle came together and we were able to get to this point today. Yes?
Do you believe that drugs were involved at any stage in this relationship?
Well, the information that we had was that Lillian made a call for drugs, but of course that came from Arthur Stas. So we're still investigating that part of it.
Did Arthur Stas's past criminal background at all lead you to be skeptical of his story to begin with?
That's something that I can't comment on.
Will you be seeking maximum penalty for that kind of incident?
We don't have to express our intentions in that regard until the time of formal arraignment. But at this point, he's simply charged with criminal homicide, which includes first-degree murder.
Do you believe that there was any premeditation involved in this, or was it kind of passion?
He's charged with first-degree murder, and that's an intentional killing. So we'll take it from there.
Chief Powers, Arthur Stas was originally arrested on charge of possession of drug paraphernalia. At that point in the game, were you just trying to find a way to get a suspect even dangerous off the street, or what was
I would like to answer that. In the course of the investigation, it was found that he did possess drugs, and that was the reason for that charge.
What was the bail set so high because of the investigation into
that case does not have anything to do with the homicide charge.
My question is just bookkeeping. We're going to show his picture at 4. You don't have a problem with that. We have the paperwork.
Oh no, the paperwork has already been issued. Right. When bail is set, there are certain things that are taken into consideration by the judge, and it's whether or not a person is a flight risk, what sort of background the person has, whether they have a job, a home, etc. So that was all taken into consideration by the judge when he set the bail. No, he's at the county prison right now. He's going to be taken out of the prison and taken up to Pittston. So as I said, that should give everyone enough time to get there. And Attorney Vogel will handle the arraignment.
Hey,
Thank you.